What's going on, guys? It's Daniel with Big Red Games here, and today we're here with Travis again. So he went 5-0 at our locals. What'd you tear it up with, Travis?
We played purple. Lilithmon loop.
Of course you did. All right.
Hey, I'm the purple player.
That's true. That's true. So let's go ahead and dive right into it.
Starting off with the babies, we are playing purple, so we're playing 4 Demi-Meramons. Inheritable on deletion, you get to draw one, discard one. This allows you to filter out your deck, draw more pieces, just keep digging. Next, we'll play 1 Shaman. Shaman's probably a good tech for purple in my opinion, mainly because once you have 10 or more cards in your drop zone, he gains retaliation. So giving your rookie a retaliation, just swinging into like a big dude, like any level 6, Omnimons, easiest way of dealing with big threats very easily.
Okay.
Moving into our rookies. Play 3 Digimon. Digimon on deletion allows you to gain 1 memory if it's deleted by an effect. This allows purple to continue gaining all these memories that it already does, and it's just a really good stable card to have. Gaining memory is always good to have. 3 Lilithmon is next up. Lilithmon on play allows you to draw 1, discard 1. This is more filtering for your deck. Keep drawing into pieces you need, trash cards to fill up that trash pile for you so you can start doing stupid stuff later on. 2 Tamers on deletion allows you to draw a card. Once again, we're digging through our deck. We need to find our pieces. Next, we play 2 Soundbirdmons. Soundbirdmon on attack allows you to discard an option to gain 1 memory. The main reason I played this at 2 this is more of a tech for me, mainly because for those few games where you end up just drawing into all your options, it ends up kind of getting bricky. So this allows you to just discard that 1 option that you can potentially get back later on and gaining 1 memory to continue your plays for the turn. Next, we play 2 Digimons. Generic vanilla 2k cost rookie, 3k. We just played there because it's a 2 cost, and this allows us to also play the whole memory starvation game.
Okay. Interesting.
Moving up to the low 4s, we play 4 Digimon blockers. It's your blocker. It's a 1 cost evo. Pretty self-explanatory. Next, we also play 3 Vilemon. This is the 3 of your other blocker. I played this mainly because with purple and how it mills, you might end up milling your blockers. So if you're only playing these 4 and you end up milling like 2 of them, you have to dig through the rest of your deck and hope that they're in your deck. If not in your security, then you kind of get screwed over. Playing the Vilemons allows you to have more access to your blockers. And in the end, milling these out isn't too bad because you can always bring them back from the graveyard or the trash.
Did those help in any certain matchups at all, playing the 6k blocker over a 5k?
Shaman. Shaman cannot pop this. Same thing with against green Nidhogg. Nidhogg cannot put this back to the bottom deck because it is a 6k. So those, for my matchups at locals, I didn't really have to deal with that as much, but you always gotta be prepared for your worst matchups.
Okay.
Played 2 Digimon block or the Retaliators. So it has retaliation once again, being able to just get rid of big threats very easily. He's just a free removal. And then we also play 2 of the Meramon. Meramon, it's a 1 cost evo for your level 4. It kind of just helps you climb up to your big dudes faster.
Okay, I got you. So while you're grabbing the level 5s, we also, all of us know that we went to PPG at Otakon, and where did you place there, sir?
Unfortunately, I did bubble out of the top cut, but I got 5th. Met new people, really fun day. Couldn't really complain.
Did you play the exact same list there as you did here?
Fairly similar. The only thing I actually changed up about the deck was the 2 Soundbirdmons. I took out one of my Digimon and one of my Tamers to play this, mainly because I saw that drawing these options early game kind of just bricks your deck. This allows me to kind of use that brick and gain something out of it.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah. So moving up to our low 5s. 3 Black Magidramons. Main effect, Digiburst 3, you can play 1 rookie from your trash. This allows you to bring back your rookies and continue certain plays that we have in the deck. Also, the Inheritable allows you to delete one of your other Digimons to restand this Digimon. This allows us to get those multi attacks that we kind of just want to have in our purple deck.
Okay.
3 late Devimons. This is your draw power, is Larry Graceful Charity. Draw, so you get your draw and Digivolve, draw 2, and discard 2 cards. Fills up your trash, lets you filter through your deck to draw more things that you need, and it also has an Inheritable effect. When you activate an option, you can delete your opponent's level 3. So this actually allows you to deal with all those level 3s that deny you gaining memory, so then you can, do the loop. Next up, we play 2 Chimeramons. On play, you can delete one of your other Digimon, delete one of your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon. This allows you to slow down your opponents. If they end up bringing up their stack and you see that they're about to go into like a level 6 or a threat, just remove it before it becomes a problem for you. If not, you can actually play this back with the Zord that we play in our deck.
Interesting.
Moving up to our level 6s, this is where we get to see most of the magic really happen. 4 Lilithmons.
So why do you play this?
I ended up looking at purple and I saw that this is probably their best level 6 for this set, mainly because how the deck runs, it runs fairly smoothly and it's just bonuses on top of bonuses.
Okay.
You get lots of profit out of these. So if you got 10 or more cards in your trash, when you Digivolve, you can add back 2 purple options to your hand. And then once per turn, when you activate an option, you gain 2 memories.
Gotcha. Seems pretty broken.
It is. Next up, we play 2 Chaos Gallantmons. This is the new card that just came out in set 5 for purple. For me, it's a good card, but it's not really overwhelming. This is there for mainly the removal. So when we can show a little combos here. Once you Digiburst your 3 for your Black Magidramon to bring back your level 3, you can go into your Chaos Gallantmon to pop that rookie that you brought back to delete one of your opponent's level 5 or lower. And after that, Gallantmon's effect, when one of your other Digimon is deleted, you can bring back a level 3 from your trash. So in a sense, you're popping that level 3 that you got for free from him to pop on your opponent's level 5 or lower, and then still have that level 3 back because he brings it back.
That's pretty gross.
Yeah. And then next up, the spiciest tech, in my opinion, the best card in purple, Magidramon.
Okay, so give us the rundown. This didn't happen at locals, but this happened at PPG. It actually won him a game. So let's go ahead and walk through why this is a good card in that whole situation.
So first of all, generically, I will say Magidramon is a really good card for purple, and most decks should play as a one of. When Digivolve, you can, you and your opponent trash the top 5 cards of your deck. So with purple needing cards in their trash, you're feeling the whole point of your deck. Not only that, you're trashing 5 cards from the top of your opponent's deck, so you're milling out 5 cards that they potentially could end up drawing into, that they need. That's just less things that you have to deal with. The second effect is on deletion. If you have a Tamer on board, you can play a Chaos Gallantmon from your hand or your trash. So the funny thing that happened with this card at the PPG tournament, I end up actually playing against the Lilithmon loop deck. The guy doesn't know about this card. I'm happy that I found out about this card. So what ended up happening was he ended up pulling the whole loop off on me, and he activated 2 of the Digimon Fusion, which allows him to Digivolve up to his level 7, but at the end of the turn, it goes to the bottom of the deck. So he ended up getting to the point where he had 0 cards left in deck, and he put back 2 Zords to his deck. I ended up Digivolving on top into my Magidramon to mill out those last cards in his deck, proceed to pass turn, and my opponent lost because he had no cards to draw for the start of his turn.
Craziest game ever Also, shout out to King Warku because he was the other pilot of the Lilithmon loop at PPG, and
Yes,
that was
sir.
one hell of a game.
Yeah, no. Magidramon, I've came to realization that if your games end up stalling to the point where like your opponent's about to deck out, this is a free win con for you. As much as I hate to say it, like it sounds pretty, disrespectful. It's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna just deck my opponent out. But like, if you're playing against purple, you should expect to try kill them before you get that low. Anyways, most games shouldn't even last that far to the point where you deck out.
True.
Moving up, play 4 level 7s. Play 3 Omnimon Zort. This allows you to do the whole loop because it brings back a level 5 or 2 level 5s with the play cost of 8 or less, or 2 Digimons with the play cost of 8 or less. Ideally, you're bringing back your level 5s. And on swing, you can add a level 6 underneath it back to your hand to delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the play cost of 12 or less. It has to be unsuspended, by the way. Basically, the whole point is you swing or you Digivolve up, you bring 2 level 5s back. You swing, add that Lilithmon underneath it to Digivolve into that Lilithmon to grab back your Night Raid, or Jax Raid, my bad, and just proceed to loop and gain your memory. That's the whole point of the Lilithmon loop. And then our last level 7 we play 1 Omnimon Sword Defeat. Defeat is a very good generic card in security. If it's hit out of your security, it does not bow that Digimon, but after that bow, he will be played onto your board. When you Digivolve into it, you can delete one of your opponent's Tamer, and on deletion, you can delete one of your opponent's Digimon. And it's also 3 cost Evo compared to all the other level 7s that are usually 6, or your Blitz Omni, that's 4.
Did he come up a lot to get that Tamer Pop effect and then that on deletion effect to, get a little bit of a board clear?
So, for that security effect, he didn't really show up that often. I can't be too surprised I only play 1 in the deck. But it does come up once in a while. The when Digivolving to delete one of your opponent's Tamers has come up a decent amount of times where my opponent would leave me at like 2. I can Digivolve up into the defeat to pop their Tamer and lock them 2-1 memory, so then they can't really go any big plays. If they try to go for a big play, it would kind of just pass it back to my turn, where I can retaliate to whatever they do.
Interesting.
Next up, we got some options. We play 5. Play 3 Jax Raid. This is basically Hammer Spark, but for purple. For every 10 cards in your trash, you gain 1 memory. So you have 20, that's plus 2 memory. Also, it has the security effect where you gain 2 memory.
Interesting.
Very good card. And next, we play 2 Mega Digimon Fusion. This allows us to Digivolve up into our level 7 for the Digivolve cost of 0. But at the end of the turn, it will go back to the bottom deck. But the whole point of this is so then you get into your Zord, kind of just get the whole value of it, and then just let it go back to your deck, preventing you to like deck out or just have it for later on again.
Did this card come up a lot when you were playing games?
Oh, it did. I would say I saw at least 1 almost every game I've played so far.
That's crazy.
Yeah. This card is this is one of the other cards that also allows Lilithmon to loop so hard because you're evoing into a level 7 for free. That's 6 memories that you would usually have to pay, but this kind of just makes it free for you.
Interesting.
Next up, we go into our Tamers to round out the whole deck. We play 2 Tai Mat. At the start of your turn, if your opponent has a level 6 or higher, you gain 2 memory, and the other effect during your turn, if you all your Digimons with Omnimon in its name gain +1 security. So that will also include your Zord defeats or just your Zords. They are +1 security attackers if you have 1. If you have 2, they're swing for 3 securities each.
That's pretty beefy.
Yes, sir. And then to round out our deck, we play 1 Takumi. Takumi allows you to deal with your rookie rush matchups, your yellow matchup with all the level 3s. And then when during your turn, when you Digivolve, you can suspend it to draw. So that's more filtering that you go through your deck, dig out more cards every time you Digivolve.
So did his effect, that was the all turns that helps with the Rookie Rush matchup, did that actually come up a lot in your games?
It did come up a couple of times, mainly because I had one game where my opponent had I think it was an Omnimon, the Blitz Omnimon on board, and he ended up Digivolving all that, so he was at 0 memory. He swung with his rookie first, and I reminded him that Takumi, after he swung, that Takumi's effect would make him lose a memory, which would pass it to my turn, and I had 2 of these on board as well.
Oh my gracious.
So I ended up going to 5 memory, proceed to loop, and beat him that turn right there.
That is insane. So, for everyone who doesn't really know a lot about this deck, do you want to show like a little bit of a loop that you could do?
Yeah,
Let's do a little combo section here, a little
of
extra
course.
for everyone.
Technically, we don't really need our Tamers for the loop. But here, let's see. We'll say we'll have 2 Zords in hand, maybe 1 Fusion. We need at least 2 Jaxraid in here. Go with our Lilithmon, a couple low 5 options. Let's see. Most of the time you'll have some blockers in there. You can have some rookies, doesn't really matter. Let's see. Let's say we had a Digimon on board right here. So usually by the time you start doing the loop, you're usually going to be, I'd say, within the...
Let's give you 3 memory.
Put me 3 memory? Alright. So I'd say usually when you start doing the loop, you're going to be sitting around the 10 to... somewhere between 10 to 20. If not, you hit like over 20 cards in your trash. So let's say we had that much. So let's say we had 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So what ends up happening here is I'm at 3 memory. I pay my 3 to Digivolve into my Lilithmon. So we'll get our draw, grab back our 2 Jaxraid. So we'll activate our first Jaxraid, which gives us +1 memory from Jaxraid and +2 off Lilith. We activate our next Jaxraid, go to a 4. Activate our Mega Fusion, we'll go into our Zwart. Zwart's effect will allow us to mill 3 cards, and then we get to play back. Thank you. We get back 2 level 8s, let's say Lady Devimon and Black War Brahmon. From here, we get to do the shenanigans that I love. We'll swing with Zwart. Zwart's effect will add this. Even if we can't get a pop off, we resolve as much of the effect as possible, so we'll add back to our Lilithmon. Proceeding on, we'll Digivolve up into our Lilithmon again. We'll get a +1 in hand. Lilithmon's effect will allow us to get back our Jaxraid and proceed to activate 1 again. Lilithmon gives us +1. Or +2, I meant. Jaxraid again, we'll go to 5. From here, usually by the time you start doing the loop, you'll end up getting to the point where you'll be like 6 to 9, you'll gain more. So you'll just continue going into your Zwart again to mill out 3 more cards of your deck, get your draw, doesn't really matter. And this can't really swing, but you get more profits onto your board, so you have maybe another Chimeramon, potentially a blocker on board. I usually like to play the Chimeramon for like the last Zwart for the turn, mainly because even though it will go to the bottom deck, sometimes I don't really need it there. I can Chimeramon the target with the fusion to pop it to delete one of my opponent's Digimons.
That's correct.
And off of that, basically, you're getting like lots of values. Most of the times, you're going to be looping to the point where you're going to be like gaining from like 3 to 10, using all of it, going to another Lilithmon to another Zwart, activating your Jaxraid again, going back up to like 8 to 10. You're just doing the whole loop back.
So it's full memory manipulation. That's pretty crazy.
I think my best game that I had, if I remember correctly, I think I gained about 31 memory in one turn, plus the 2 Mega Fusions, which allowed me to digivolve into 2 Zwarts for 0. So technically that's 12 memories off of those, plus my 31 memory that I gained off Jack's Raid and Lilithmon.
That's pretty crazy, man. So, is there any edits? I know you edited after we got back from PPG to go to our locals the next day, but would you do any more edits to the deck now after playing and getting this win?
As of right now, I feel like the ratios that I have are like pretty where I want it to be. At most, I might change up the low fives a little bit, maybe add like the Skull Marimons or the Magidramon, so then I can kind of just digivolve for the cost of 2 instead, so I can kind of maybe turbo up a little bit faster. But I don't know if I really want to do that, mainly because your low fives, like, they're all really good. They're all there for a specific purpose. She allows you to draw through your deck, get a hand that you want. He allows you to bring back a level 3, and with both of these inheritables are insane. Just being able to restand your dude for another attack, deleting your opponent's level 3, so this prevents Rookie Rush as well. And then he's just there. Like, I could cut out the Chimeramon, but I like having the option to just delete one of my opponent's level 5 or lower.
Yeah, like that's free removal.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with that. I got you. But so will you be playing this deck going forward until set 6?
I will. With set 6 coming out, we do get Bellstar. In my opinion, I think Bellstar will probably be the best purple variant. But with set 6 coming out, you also gain like memory boosters and more options. I feel like I probably will still be playing the Lilithmon loop, mainly because the Lilithmon loop just gets better in set 6.
I got you. But thanks for chilling with us, man. Look out for the next couple days. We might drop this video. We probably will drop a couple more talking to Travis just in depth about what the meta is. But all right, guys, we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.